8 psychological signs someone close secretly hates you. Can't be faked. Have you ever experienced an eerie sensation, as if someone standing right beside you radiates an unsettling energy? They might smile when you succeed, yet their presence leaves behind an odd, heavy silence. It's often said that the most dangerous adversaries are those who stay closest to you. Sometimes, the individuals you trust the most, the ones who seem warm, supportive, or even loving, may conceal something far darker beneath the surface: unspoken resentment. Carl Jung, one of the most influential figures in modern psychology, introduced the concept of the shadow, a hidden aspect of our personality that harbors emotions we refuse to acknowledge: envy, hatred, insecurity. When people fail to confront their own inner darkness, they unconsciously project it onto others, often targeting you. The signs of this projection are subtle, but once you learn to recognize them, certain relationships will never look the same. Today, we'll explore 8 psychological indicators that someone close to you might secretly resent or even despise you. Stay with me, because the 8th sign is so deeply rooted in body language and energy that it's impossible to fake, and it changes everything. But first, remember this: awareness is your greatest shield. Most people overlook these signs until the damage is irreversible. By identifying them early, you can safeguard your boundaries, inner peace, and mental clarity before resentment turns toxic. 1. Disguised contempt, the smile that doesn't reach the eyes. You've heard their jokes, playful digs at your flaws, sarcastic remarks about your passions. But when you react, they dismiss it with, "Can't you take a joke?" This isn't humor, it's hostility wrapped in a laugh. Jung explained that unresolved emotions in the shadow self often leak out passively, through sarcasm, mockery, or irony. When someone can't openly express envy or dislike, they disguise it as banter. Pay attention to repetition. If they consistently mock the same thing, your speech, appearance, or beliefs, it's no accident. It's a deliberate pattern. You're not being overly sensitive, you're detecting a veiled threat masked as laughter. That subtle humiliation? It's not friendship, it's psychological warfare. 2. The saboteur in disguise. Sometimes, the person holding you back is the one pretending to help. Hidden resentment manifests in accidental forgetfulness, bad advice, or missed opportunities. They forgot to mention an important event. They urged you to take a risk, then watched you fail. Individually, these incidents seem harmless, but together, they reveal a pattern: you're stuck while they remain unscathed. Jung believed that when someone feels inferior, they may unconsciously drag others down to level the playing field. This isn't outright betrayal, it's quiet sabotage fueled by inner insecurity. If someone consistently complicates your life, especially during your triumphs, it's not clumsiness. It's control. 3. The unseen competition. You share good news, and they abruptly change the subject. You achieve a milestone, and they counter with their own. This isn't support, it's an undeclared rivalry. People who secretly resent you struggle to celebrate your wins because your success underscores what they lack. Jung taught that when individuals suppress their feelings of inadequacy instead of addressing them, they externalize those emotions. Your light becomes a threat, not inspiration. A close friend who constantly one-ups you may be driven by insecurity disguised as motivation. Genuine support stems from abundance, but quiet hatred thrives in comparison. If your victories consistently evoke discomfort instead of joy, you're not in a friendship, you're in a covert competition. 4. Fake support and feigned praise. Not all encouragement is sincere. Some people offer praise so lukewarm it feels like a backhanded compliment. "You did well, for someone like you." Or, "That's great, but have you considered?" These remarks subtly undermine your achievements. Jung's insights reveal that when someone can't genuinely celebrate you, their shadow self speaks through half-hearted approval. True support lifts you up, feigned praise leaves you questioning your worth. If compliments from a certain person always leave you feeling uneasy, trust your intuition. Their words may carry hidden barbs. Support is only truly real when it feels genuine and not performative. When you're vulnerable, observe how others react. Do they downplay your struggles or offer shallow reassurance that leaves you feeling unheard? Genuine connection is palpable because it provides a sense of grounding rather than dismissal. Carl Jung described a mechanism called ego detachment, where people emotionally disconnect to protect their self-image. Those who secretly resent you may not fully engage with your pain or joy, offering sympathy that feels rehearsed or praise that's gritted through their teeth. If their support feels like a mere formality and not a heartfelt connection, trust your instincts. Real allies feel with you, fake ones just perform. One of the most insidious forms of hidden resentment is when someone disguises control as love. They tell you what to do for your own good, challenging your decisions under the guise of care. However, beneath this concern lies a need to dominate. According to Carl Jung, this drive often stems from a fractured inner self. People who feel powerless may project this need onto their closest relationships. Ask yourself, after receiving their advice, do you feel more confident or more dependent? Real support empowers, hidden hate manipulates. Another sign of hidden hate is back-channel criticism. They may never say it to your face, but you notice others treating you differently, cold shoulders, awkward silences, or a subtle shift in tone. This is how you know gossip has already started. People who harbor quiet hate often release it through others, using gossip, exaggeration, and twisted truths to corrode your reputation. You won't hear the words directly, but you'll feel the consequences. Jung believed that people project their insecurities to avoid confronting them, and what better way to do that than by painting someone else as the problem? If your environment changes without an apparent reason, someone might be pulling strings in the background. Lack of joy in your success can be particularly hurtful. You want to believe they're proud of you, but their smile doesn't reach their eyes, their praise feels forced, and their silence during your high points is deafening. People who secretly hate you can't celebrate your achievements because your success reminds them of their stagnation. Your light makes their shadows harder to ignore. Jung warned us that what we reject in ourselves, we project onto others, and success is a significant trigger for those living in denial. Watch their reactions. If your growth makes them shrink back or act out, you've outgrown the illusion. Finally, energy doesn't lie. This is the most powerful sign and often the hardest to articulate. The human mind can lie, and words can be manipulated, but energy cannot. When someone secretly resents you, their body speaks first, the tension in their posture, the stiffness in their gestures, and the way they avoid eye contact at key moments. Jung stated that the unconscious will always reveal itself, no matter how much the conscious tries to suppress it. Look out for these moments, a pause before a compliment, a shift in tone when you share good news, or a flicker of disapproval when you're happy. These are the cracks in their mask. You might not be able to explain why someone makes you feel uneasy, but your nervous system has picked up on something your mind hasn't processed yet. That's not paranoia, that's intuition. The psychology behind hidden hate is rooted in Carl Jung's teachings. Everyone carries a shadow, but not everyone is aware of it. When the shadow is ignored, it doesn't disappear, it festers and can manifest as hidden resentment towards others. By recognizing these signs, performance, control disguised as love, back-channel criticism, lack of joy in your success, and untruthful energy, you can better understand whether someone's support is genuine or a facade. Have you ever noticed how some people can't help but react strangely around you, especially when you're thriving? It's as if your success, kindness, or radiant energy triggers an unexpected response from them, a snide comment, a backhanded compliment, or even a subtle attempt to undermine your efforts. This isn't just coincidence, it's often a manifestation of their own inner turmoil. You see, when others are suppressing their desires, dreams, or true selves, your embodiment of what they long for but dare not pursue can become a mirror they can't bear to look into. That's precisely why your drive and ambition can be perceived as a threat to those who've resigned themselves to a life of mediocrity. Your compassion and empathy can unsettle those who've built walls around their hearts to avoid getting hurt. And your confidence, your light, can be downright blinding and infuriating to those still fumbling in the dark, afraid to confront their own potential. So, what do you do when you catch wind of these subtle, often disguised, reactions? Here's a practical roadmap to navigate these choppy waters. First, resist the urge to confront fire with fire. When you sense jealousy, criticism, or veiled sabotage, don't let anger dictate your response. Instead, observe with the calm clarity of a detached witness. Remember, your aim isn't to win an argument or prove a point, it's to discern a pattern. Are they consistently reacting this way, or was this just a one-off bad day? Second, establish firm boundaries. Be mindful of how much of your personal power you're willing to share or sacrifice. Share your thoughts and feelings judiciously, reveal just enough to foster genuine connections, but not so much that you leave yourself vulnerable to exploitation. Protect your peace of mind like it's a precious sanctuary, because it is. Third, watch for consistency. One negative incident might be a fluke, a momentary lapse of judgment, or simply a bad day. However, a recurring pattern is a glaring signal, a red flag waving high, telling you to reassess the relationship. Fourth, take back control of your emotional energy. Start withdrawing your investment from people who drain you, who leave you feeling depleted, unappreciated, or worse, belittled. Redirect that energy towards those who nourish your soul, who reciprocate your kindness, support your dreams, and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. And fifth, deepen your self-awareness through shadow work, a journey into the uncharted territories of your psyche. The more you understand your motivations, fears, and the hidden drivers of your actions, the less leverage others will have to manipulate or unsettle you. Here's a timeless truth to hold on to: masks, no matter how skillfully crafted, always slip over time. The veneer of pretense, the carefully constructed facade of friendship or admiration, will inevitably crack. The artificially sweet praise, the covert undermining, the lukewarm support, all these will gradually reveal their true nature. And once you see through the deception, you can't unsee it. You'll begin to notice a telling pattern: those who genuinely love and support you will rejoice in your successes, unconditionally. They'll be your rock, your safe haven. On the other hand, those harboring secret resentment or jealousy will flinch every time you shine brighter. They can't help it, your light exposes their darkness. So, ask yourself, who genuinely applauds your victories, their smiles reaching their eyes? Who stays warm and encouraging, even when your accomplishments put their own achievements in the shade? Those are your tribe, your people. The rest, let their true colors surface in the shadows. If this message has resonated with you, if you've ever felt that inexplicable chill lurking behind someone's friendly smile, know this: you're not overreacting or being paranoid. You're simply awakening to the subtle energies at play. Human intuition, or energy, never lies. It's your inner compass, guiding you towards authentic relationships and away from toxic ones. If you've seen these signs before and found yourself nodding along, consider subscribing to Echoes of Wisdom for more profound explorations into the realms of psychology, personal power, intuition, and the timeless wisdom of Carl Jung. Remember, your clarity of thought is your strongest shield, your awareness, your best defense. And in the silence, you'll find your true power. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode.